A shocking discovery inside a Tennessee classroom. 14-year-old twins walk into their math class and they see a substitute teacher. And it turns out she's the woman who police say confessed to killing their older brother just last month. How does this even happen? Affiliate WTVF is on the story.
This ain't been a month since this tragic with my son.
Juanica Scott is devastated by the shooting death of her 19-year-old son, Michael Prime. Police are still investigating how he died. 25-year-old Khadijah Griffiths told police she shot Prime with her own gun in self-defense while she was selling him marijuana in the parking lot of a Marathon gas station. After grieving for several weeks over their brother's death, Scott's 14-year-old twins went back to school last week.
Well, I put them in a safe place. I thought the school was safe.
But that feeling of safety was shattered Friday when the twins had a substitute teacher for math. Incredibly, it was the same woman who shot and killed their older brother, Khadijah Griffiths.
They were put in the room with their brother killer and was tormented by this woman. It was wrong. She was never supposed to be around our children, around other kids, my kids, no kids at all.
Scott says other kids actually knew Griffiths because she subbed at the school before. Some ask her how she'd gotten away with shooting someone. Daquan Prime looked up her picture online and realized who was teaching his class.
No, that's my brother's killer.
Daquan says Griffiths kept calling his name and even taunting him.
When I walked out of the class, she grabbed me and said, "You really don't know who I am."
They attend Republic High School, a metro charter school that uses 2 temp agencies to fill substitute teaching positions. Scott can't believe this woman was hired despite numerous articles about what happened.
If they Google her, they find out she had guns and drugs. And a math school teacher, I never heard of a school teacher like that.
As soon as we found out what happened there, we obviously immediately asked her and escorted her off the premises.
John Ripka is the CEO of Republic Charter Schools, which operates the high school and 3 other metro middle schools. He says Griffiths was assigned to Republic by a New Orleans-based temp agency called Enriched Schools, which provides subs to charter schools across the country.
We immediately contacted Enriched and asked for an explanation of what happened here.
Ripka says fellow teachers sent Enriched news articles about the shooting, and the company red-flagged Griffiths. But somehow that hold got lifted, and she was allowed back in the classroom.
If a red flag ain't working, what other security measures need to be done?
Scott says her kids haven't been back in school, and she wants changes in how they vet their subs.
And I feel like I let my kids down when I sent them to school that day.
HLN Legal Analyst Joey Jackson is here with me. I mean, Joey, who's at fault here, the school or the temp agency?
You know, Lynn, I think both are at fault. This boggles the mind for a number of reasons. Number one, you know, you have an alleged drug sale, right? So that's troubling. And the sale, of course, it's being alleged that the substitute teacher was engaged in the sale. And then the second issue is you have a death here. And apparently the police are still investigating, which means to me that she's not in the clear. And so you wonder how she stayed with the temp agency, what their vetting procedures are. And even if they vet someone so that they are qualified at the time, what is the continual process by which they ensure that that person remains worthy enough to get into a classroom? And then, of course, yes, the charter school depends upon a institution that they're working with, right, a temp agency, to get them the people they need, but certainly they should have procedures in place to ensure and a vetting system of their own to make sure that person's there. And then you add the layer onto that where you allow this person, the deceased person's, you know, brothers to get into the classroom. I have no idea how that could have occurred. Just boggles the imagination.
Yeah, I share those thoughts with you. Joey, stay with me for this.